Well, welcome one and all to the greatest puzzle talk show. I'm your host, Mike, and I'm not here alone today. We've got Tone on scene. But before we get to that, we're going to ask everyone, how's everyone's holiday going? How's the preparations for Christmas just right around the corner? Well, we've been celebrating Christmas here at Trapdoor for a couple days now. This past Wednesday actually marked the season finale of the end of Gift of Escape. We had such great feedback from everybody, and we can't wait to do it again next year, depending on if you want us to do. Big congratulations to all the winners who won a free escape room tickets. That's right. Try again next year when we rehost the Gift of Escape. And what? Hello? I just got word. Tone is live. He's on the scene. We're gonna cut to him now. Tone, how are you doing today? Where are you at right now? Also, you might be upside down.
Hey, Mike, I'm over here at the QRZ Escape in front of the QRZ Christmas tree. And as, Mike said, we are jam-packed across all three locations today. It is absolutely ridiculous out here. And, I'm getting word I'm upside down. Upside down might be what you would call today. There we go. There we go. Ha 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 ha. So, as Mike put it, we're going to have an awesome show here today. So, back to Mike, and I'll be here for some special correspondence.
So that was Tone on scene at location of Cure Z, running the game at Cure Z. Like he said, we were jam-packed across all of our locations. It's pretty crazy, so much so that the CEO had to come in and run a game himself, just so that we can get the Monday show underway for you guys, the viewers. And as you can see to my direction, to the side of me, we've got a couple of really great topics for you, and you probably were thinking to yourself, that doesn't look like the same amount of topics, it's a little short, and that's why, because of our jam-packedness, we have to run a short episode today. But that's all right, because as long as we get to sit here and talk to you guys, that's what makes it worth it. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and hop into our first topic of the day. And that was the Escape Room Awards. This past week, the SoCal Escape Room Guild hosted its first Escape Room Awards dinner. Several enthusiasts and owners attended the event, and awards were handed out over dinner to enthusiasts, to escape room owners, and it's okay, SoCal. I guess we won't be upset that our invitation got, maybe lost in the mail. Maybe it was a SoCal-specific event. But big ups to the people that won awards, and also big shout-out to the people who stayed after the dinner, who decided to talk about what makes an escape room great, what they can do to fix escape rooms in the future to keep this industry alive and keep it thriving. And they had a couple of very strong opinions. Some of the awards were handed out. A Los Angeles Escape Room Stash House came out on top for the best overall category. We've got a couple of other small winners here. But yeah, I don't know. Tone, and there's also might be a bit of a lag between me and Tone. So you're probably going to stare at his face for a couple of seconds before he actually says anything. But we're going to go live to Tone. Tone, when are we going to start hosting our own Escape Room Awards? Tone is currently getting his camera position. Looks like he's all set. So Tone, we're going to cut to you. What makes an escape room, or rather, I apologize, when are we doing our own East Coast escape rooms?
Our own escape room awards? Why? Well, I mean, we can't really host our own escape room awards. That would be a little ridiculous because obviously we would be biased. I mean, Greatest Freak Show would win like 8 out of 10 awards, and then QRZ would probably take the rest. So I don't think we can do that, Mike. I feel like that would be a little much, But it's not to say that we don't pay attention to who's winning what, and and look at the stuff. These are like mashed up from quite a few different arenas. A lot of times you'll notice that a lot of these games are major city. So it's a pretty big smorgasbord of winners and and whatnot in the industry. It's always fun to check out and see what other places have to offer.
And that was Tone's word on whether or not we're going to host our own Escape Room Awards, and we're definitely not. However, if someone wants to invite us, we've got some pretty big games. However, it is really cool to see the community get involved and to hand out awards where they're credited and where they're due, just like Tone said. So, again, big shout out to SoCal. Congratulations to the winners, and we hope that you guys keep making more content. That way we can cover it and possibly experience it for ourselves as well as other enthusiasts. So with that, we're actually going to steamroll right into our next topic, which I have lovingly titled Impaired Immersion. With immersive entertainment and escape rooms, we constantly run into an issue with people with visual or hearing impairments rather. I'm batting 1,000 today. But we run into these problems where people with visual or hearing impairments don't get the same full experience as other players. Luckily, One Experience made an alternative game for a group with visual impairments. Pips Island, which you can see there on the back of some of those shirts. I'm going to get myself into camera here. Pips Island is a children's entertainment game where kids are called upon by Pip and friends to save the island from the dark forces of the villainous Jules Volter. They had gotten word that a group of blind or visually impaired students were actually coming. There was like I think over 100 students coming to play the game. And these guys, the amazing thing that they did, they rewrote almost their entire game to make it so that these kids with seeing impairments, with vision impairments, can get almost kind of the same full experience as normal abled people. And again, this is something like if you go to an escape room and your friend is blind or say your friend is deaf, it's a little hard to have them enjoy the full experience because they're missing out on much. So it's really great to see someone other in the company, in the industry, taking that step to make sure, abled or disabled, you have an experience that you can enjoy and share with your friends and your family later on. I'm going to cut to Tone real quick. Tone, can you tell me about any time that maybe someone with impairments came to an escape room and...
Of course. Yeah. Oddly, I'm not going to have anything that's going to really accompany this topic. The best example I can give is not a person. In Morristown, we actually had the Seeing Eye come and play, and that was like totally different experience. That was more or less like literally watching the dogs go through the game. They played Witch Hunt, which was really cool, amazingly cool. And watching the dogs try to like sniff out where to go and what to do. And the people that were playing, they have to train these dogs to actually, lead the blind. So it was basically like the people were kind of pretending to be blind and be led by the dogs for training purpose. And obviously, like, the dogs can't solve puzzles. But what was kind of cool is they could figure out like where to go. And, for example, in Witch Hunt, there is a secret room situation, and they were able to locate that, which was really cool. And I guess at the end of the day, you could say that the Seeing Eye dogs won. It was pretty cool. But that was really the extent. I haven't really had too many instances that I know of. Other game masters, at Trapdoor might be able to have a different answer. But I haven't personally seen any further situations, Mike.
And that's the word from the big boss man. We would like to open the conversation to our viewers on Facebook or on YouTube. If any of you know someone who is disabled, maybe with hearing, vision, walking impairments, have they done an immersive experience or done some sort of an interactive experience where they were accommodated? We'd love to hear more about it. Please open up the conversation in the chat room while I go ahead and move on to our next topic, which is what I have lovingly named. Oh, man, now my computer's going to be a little slow. Nope, we're good, and we're going to the next slide. Solo escape game. Up next in the community, we have a subscription box escape game. This is really cool. So for the viewers that maybe don't know, a subscription box is kind of like a loot box or like that Dollar Shave Club month, or like that cooking one with the food. I forget what it's called. But they send you a box monthly with new things, new updates, new cool things. And this is the first I'm seeing of an escape game where A, you don't have to socialize. There's no socializing required. And B, you have monthly puzzles delivered to your front door. So Hunt a Killer will send a new box every month with clues to a murder, everything from police reports to newspaper clippings to a map of the fictional town where a murder took place, and a new box every month for a 6-month-long season. So it's kind of like a not so much a seasonal thing, like they're running like almost an episodic type deal, monthly episodes that get delivered to your doorstep. Now this is super cool to me, mainly because I love loot boxes. I love monthly boxes. I love the Dollar Shave Club, even though it's very evident that I don't use the Dollar Shave Club. So this is a super interesting concept to me, and I haven't seen this thing really get tossed, or this concept really get tossed around much in the world of escape rooms. You know, we see very often that people want to do a buy-it-yourself escape room in a box, the do-it-yourself escape rooms that you can find on Amazon and stuff like that, where it's basically you set up your room to be an escape room, invite your friends over. They don't really have a whole lot of replayability, and you see them everywhere. This is the first instance, at least that I've witnessed, where it's new puzzles every month in a subscription service. So we're going to cut over to Tone and see if we can get any of his thoughts about it. And again, mind the lag because he's currently running an escape game right now. So as we cut over, you might just see his shoulder. But give him a second and he'll go live. Tone, cut to you.
Mike, I think you were referring to Masterclass with the cooking thing, and I'm actually a subscriber on Masterclass. And with Masterclass, it's they actually have all different kinds of teachers and lessons. I actually just completed Bob Iger's course, the CEO of Disney, and I'm actually really excited to, with my wife Jess, get into the Gordon Ramsay MasterChef cooking classes that he does from his own home and on that streaming service. So yeah, that stuff is pretty big. Now, Hunt a Killer is not really anything new. There's been a couple other subscription-based services like that already. I followed the Hunt a Killer Facebook page, so I've seen their stuff before, and it's cool. There's a lot of people that like subscribing to these where every month a whole new expansion pack basically comes in the mail, and like you're utilizing some of the stuff you already have, but then you're able to like bring in like more stuff to add chapters. And I mean, they're all different. Some of them are completely new every month, some of them are expansion packs, but this stuff it's been around for a couple of years. Quite honestly, it actually fits more into like the alternate reality gaming community. One of our longtime viewers, Michael Anderson, would probably have some comments to say about that. But that's what it is. It's kind of the same deal. And there's definitely a market for this. I mean, some might say that what you're watching on Puzzle Talk is part of Trapdoor Escape Stream, which is a monthly subscription service for $11.99 a month, where you can stream live in real time, IRL, in real life, the new buzzword on streaming. And you can stream real-time play of escape room games and all different types of puzzle-centric experiences. So Yeah, Mike, this has been around for a while. It's not anything all that new.
And Tone is absolutely right. We offer the exact same kind of monthly well, not the exact same. We offer a monthly subscription service, Trapdoor Escape Stream. Play any of our games, $11.99 a month. Where the first month, whole 30 days, or however many days are in that particular month, is free. So first month free, $11.99 a month. You play any of our Trapdoor Escape games, anything from the Trapdoor Vault. And yeah, this is so now that I know this is not a new concept, I'm probably gonna go and research some more monthly escape room boxes, because that just seems really cool, like a really cool concept. But with that, we're actually gonna roll on over into our final topic of the day. Like I said, guys, this was gonna be experiencing technical difficulties, guys. 1 second. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm experiencing technical difficulties. We're going to go ahead and put you on a brief pause. I'm going to go ahead and throw you on our standby screen. We'll be right back. We are back. Ladies and gentlemen, I apologize sincerely for the brief intermission we took there. We were experiencing some technical difficulties. I had bumped into the monitor, and suddenly it decided it wanted to start screaming at me. So I'm going to go ahead and not bump into that thing anymore. But we are back with just enough time to roll over into our last topic. Like we said, today was going to be a short episode for you guys so that we can get to the mass amount of games that we have rolling onto today. And now we're going to talk about, and I know Tone has a lot of information on this particular topic, Rise is out of the way, so we make room at Disney for the Epcot transformation. So, go ahead and get myself here. So with Rise of the Resistance, the new ride at Star Wars Galaxy's Edge out of the way, Imagineers are turning their eyes over to Epcot, which is going to be undergoing a lot of massive changes throughout the years to come. I mean, I'm seeing stuff about the Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind roller coaster. There's going to be that Festival Center of the Future, a 3-story building with a rooftop garden. Epcot festivals have always been huge, so it's going to be a new way to handle these Epcot festivals. There's a new spectacular named Epcot Forever, replacing the long-running Illuminations, Reflections of Earth. There's also going to be, what we call the Big Ball Theory. What's going to happen to the Big Ball? And who better to give us some insight on what's happening there at Epcot than the man, the myth, the legend himself, Tone. Tone, have you heard anything about what's going on at Epcot? Going live now. And ladies and gentlemen, that's all we have for you on today's episode of Puzzle Talk. From the Trapdoor Escape Room family, from myself, the CEO, and every single one of our workers, we wish you all a very safe and happy holidays. Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, whatever it is you celebrate. We will be back here live next Monday at 1 p.m. As we are every Monday for our next episode of Puzzle Talk. Take care. Be well.